Welcome to video number 2 on the 3 keys to quieting your inner critic. The second key I'm going to share is drop into your body. Oftentimes when that inner critic comes in, if you'll notice, it's not just one sentence. It's not just one sentence alone that comes. It's usually one sentence that leads to a whole story about why you can't move forward. For me, that fear that would come in saying, you know what, you've passed out once doing this, you're definitely going to do it again. So again, let's just stop. Let's just not do anything. And if you try to do it, I'm going to tell you the whole story again and again. So I found a really powerful way to shift out of that critic and out of that fear story is to drop down into the body. You can do this a couple ways. One of the easiest and quickest ways to do this is just to check to see if you are breathing and to draw all of your attention into your breath. Not when I first had this experience, but later in life when I had the experience of passing out, one time it even led to me being in the emergency room and at the doctor's. And what they said to me was, when you had this response, you stopped breathing. And when he first said this, I literally did not believe him. I was like, I was breathing. That's not true. But as I brought more attention into my experience of when I noticed the critic, when I noticed the fear, I realized that my breath did shorten and my breath did stop and it got more shallow and it felt a lot harder to breathe. So what I learned from this, and as a result, what I practice again and again, is to breathe, to drop all of my attention into my breath and to notice how I'm breathing. Not even trying to change it, but just to become aware of how I'm breathing. If it's shallow, if it's deep, what is your breath like? And just staying with your breath. Because the more that the attention goes to your breath, to the experience of the breath coming in and out of your lungs, in and out of your lower belly, the more that it comes into that place, the more that your attention is in your physical body as opposed to the thoughts. And one way that I'll suggest that you breathe, if you're not used to breathing techniques, is that you take in your breath in through your nose. And as you do, you have your hands on your lower belly and feel your breath increasing that lower belly as you breathe in, and feeling that as you exhale, your belly button, your lower belly being drawn in towards your spine. On your exhale, you could exhale through your nose or through your mouth. But I encourage you to try breathing this way. Inhaling, feeling the lower belly expand, and as you exhale, drawing your belly button in towards your spine and releasing that exhale through the nose or through the mouth. One of the reasons this is so excellent is because it brings your attention, as I mentioned, all the way into your body, and it's not just about the nose. It's about noticing that lower belly expand, even putting your hands on your lower belly. So you're really dropping down into a body experience as opposed to a mind experience. And the mind experience is typically where, if we're in a critical voice place, typically more, if that critic is wound up, typically it's going to be a lot of critic coming at us until we really come into a place of our body, of calming, and of bringing more relaxation to the experience so that we can open up to other possibilities and to seeing beyond that critic. So I encourage you to use your breath to play with this and to drop all of the attention down into the body as you do this. follow the breath through its whole cycle and do this for 3 full breaths, for 5 full breaths, and see if you notice a difference. Excited to hear about how this works for you, and also excited to share the third and final tip and technique with you on the next video.